Hey, good morning, crafty friends. It's Rena, and today I have something a little different to share with you. I colored up these beautiful, beautiful images, and I wish I had it open to tell you who these images are by. Let me see if I can get to it really quickly enough, and I'm going to have a hard time finding it. I will put the link in the description box down below. I think I got these at funkykits.com a long, long time ago, and they are just the most precious little things. Anyway, let me get to sharing with you. I used a Wild Rose Studio paper line, a very, very pretty. Their papers are really thin, so as long as you don't plan to distress them, they work just beautifully and just fine. I used a Martha Stewart punch here on the edge, colored up my image, and then I outlined her in this pleated box pleat trim, and then this Chinese braid trim around her. I used a lot of Wild Orchid Craft flowers. I used this little flourish die, my Martha Stewart punched butterflies all around, double layered, and I added this little pearl strand to the center. I used my bow all to make this really pretty double bow, and this is an acrylic flower I had in my stash, and there's a little bit of lace back here you can barely see, and then I used the box pleated trim here with the braided Chinese braid trim as my stopper. And there's my sentiment area. So that's card number 1. I just love these images. I actually think I need to print a couple of these up and take them with me on my trip to color. This is going to be my last video before I leave for my trip, so I won't be around for about a week. So just so you know, I haven't disappeared, just on vacation. Okay, this one is my absolute favorite of the two, and here it is. And I used the new Prima Jody Lee butterfly papers, and just love the vintagey, shabby. They're not too vintagey, and they're not too shabby. They're really in between. So I Copic colored her up, and I did a little shading around her, which I did not do on this one. So this one looks a little bit brighter. I actually added a couple of little liquid pearls around her, but you can see the difference when you add the shading, you know, around the image. I really liked it. So I have a little bit of organza trim back behind here that I got at Sawcrafters a long time ago. And then my pearls that I get at Joann's, that little off pink pearls. It's funny, at the very end, after I was all finished with the card, I thought, oh my gosh, I need some kind of die cut on here. And of course I had my butterfly, but I needed something else. So I had this little scrap I had cut for another card and didn't use it. So just put some glue on it and tucked it back behind my image, and I really like how it looks. So I added a vintage corner piece here from Wild Orchid Craft. I have one on the sentiment area here as well. I added some of this beautiful, soft baby butt trim all along my flower cluster, and I have been hoarding that massively. I got it from Elegant Embellishments quite some time ago, over a year, and I truly have been hoarding it. But this card just screamed for this really soft trim. So this is actually, this flower here and this flower here are from the flowers that match the collection. The rest I put together from my stash of Wild Orchid Craft flowers. And I knew I wanted to cascade those flowers down onto the sentiment area. Now, when this card closes, it doesn't close super nicely because of those flowers, but the card will be displayed like this. So I love it. I used to do this a lot more often with the flowers on the sentiment area. And the only bad thing is when I store them obviously folded down. And if you store this card for a long time folded down, it's going to start warping because of, you know, how those flowers are holding it up. So, needs to be stored like this. All right, back to the back to the subject. I did a lot of layering here. I have my paper. I have a very pale pink border, a craft border, and then a cream colored border. And I did a Martha Stewart punch on this edge. I did a gorgeous seam binding bow with my bow it all. Love, love, love my bow it all, you guys. I kid you not. Love it. I added some twine, a twine bow, a button back there, and then I added this little tiny pink flower that I just got from Butterbee Scraps. So you could see around her, I also added some liquid pearls. I double layered one of my brand new doohickey butterflies, Magnolia doohickey butterflies. It's gorgeous. I love how it looks doubled. And then, of course, added some wild orchid craft flowers. I added these little sprays from the Hobby Lobby wedding department. And then I just added this little birdhouse charm. And there's some cream colored lace and some pink lace there in the back. And then my sentiment area, as I said, the flowers cascade down, the wild orchid craft corner, metal corner piece, and then the sentiment area with the Martha Stewart punched edge. So here we go. Feels weird to be saying this is my last video for like a week. But as I said, I am going to take a lot of images. I have probably 50 images I'm taking with me to color so that when I get back, it's easy to just whip up some cards. So let me know which card you like best, card number 1 or card number 2. Don't pick card number 2 because that's what I said. I really want to know what you think. And tell me why. I love to know why. It just really helps me because, you know, I sell my cards. And so when I get input from people that potentially could be buying them, it helps me get better. So let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Happy scrappy week, guys. We'll see you when I get back.